from the phone.
Okay, so tonight's topic is we really just wanted to talk about, honestly, we just wanted to kind of introduce ourselves, to people who didn't know us, people who do know us, kind of what we've been up to, our backgrounds, how we know each other, why we decided to even start this. So first we want to say thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
All the who are able to join and watch at 8 p.m. If you could not, that's fine. It will be recorded for you to watch later on. But we want to say
thank you and welcome. Yeah. Yes. This is gonna be fun. I don't know about y'all. Like, I'm excited.
Amen.
We are excited.
We've been wanting to do this for a long time, and just kind of timing finally came together and has allowed us to do this.
Yes.
But first, we're going to give a little introduction of ourselves and where we came from, or where we come from, I should say, how we met. And all that good stuff. So, I'm Shayla. I was born in Hampton, Virginia.
Yeah,
you didn't?
I didn't know that.
Okay, well,
I thought you were just a 40 lottie dottie.
No, I was born in Hampton, Virginia.
Oh my G.
I lived there for a while with my grandmother and my grandparents, and then I moved to Florida with my mom and my dad, and I kind of went back and forth, but I've been in Fort Lauderdale pretty much all my life.
Yeah.
I went to Western High School in Davie. Don't do that. Don't see. She always starts this because she went to a black school and I did not. But that's fine.
It's about dating Broward.
Whatever. Okay, the point is, I went there. Okay. Yeah. And then I did well in school. Ended up having my choice of colleges, but decided to go to the illustrious FAMU.
The best school on earth.
Yes, Lord.
Period.
Yes, Lord. Where I met this crazy girl to my left, your right, wherever. Like we met modeling troupe. But first I'll let you tell your story.
Hey everybody, this is Angela, Angie, Miami. I have so many nicknames, like it is what it is. My family don't even call me Angela, first of all. Like, my family doesn't call me Angela. My mom's side calls me Angela. My dad's side calls me a whole different name. I've never heard them, I've never heard them say Angela, right? I've never heard them barely say Angie. So I'm used to nicknames. So some of you guys know me as Angie, Angela, and Miami, and I'm fine with all names, as long as it's not a bad name.
Okay, well, you got to tell people how you got that name. One.
We all know how I got that name.
No, everybody don't know how you got that name.
All right, so many years ago, I approached someone called, his name was Flavor Flav, and I said, listen, it's nothing like the city of Miami. And I meant that. Like, the reason why I still have this name to this day is because it means the city of Miami. It has nothing to do with anything else, nothing to do with VH1. It means the city of Miami. And when I asked for that name, I got it, and it was spelled. I just took it and just let it be. But it means the city of Miami, the most beautiful city in the world.
Oh, that was a little shade thrown at Fort Lauderdale. That's fine.
Fort Lauderdale is there.
That's fine. We right there.
We can. But no, it means Miami, and Miami means a lot to me. It means a lot to everybody who was born and raised in Miami, who knows Miami. So anyway, that's that. So moving on. I met this beautiful thing next to me at FAMU. Oh, you said high school. So I went to Miami Jackson Generals. Okay. I don't even know what else to say about my school. It's a little some changes.
Where she learned to custom make clothes and stuff like that.
I was making clothes. I was being me.
So everyone who got to know her in college, that was not her first time in rodeo, honey. She had already been doing that beforehand. So We actually
met in Faces.
Yes, was her modeling troop.
Shayla was already in. This is both our freshman year. Shayla already had made Faces modeling troop, and for you guys who don't know what that is, some people do AKAs, deltas, and what's the boys?
Kappas and
all that. But we didn't do that. Okay, we did a modeling troop, and what that was people who wanted to model, take pictures, who were beautiful in and out. You know, we all just got together. We did fashion shows. We were creative, you know, and beautiful, and did everything we did and showed out. So anyway, she already had made the squad, and she was already in. Me, on the other hand, I tried out for a different squad and a different name. Yeah, I don't want to mention the name, but it made me get some family, like my brother Mike and other people who I met along the way in there. TJ and oh my God, so many of them. Swole and who else?
Those are the only ones that I remember.
And the other squad, I can't remember everybody over there, but anyway, I met some good people there. Oh, Jay Sid and like all of them people who was in the other troop. Anyway, we didn't pass over. We did not go over. They would not pass us over and become the official people. So anyway, I decided on my line. I said, listen, people, I'm leaving. Y'all want to graduate us? I'm leaving. I took a couple of people. We all just came together, and they also agreed to come over to Shayla's group. We didn't know Shayla. I didn't know Shayla at the time. So I tried out, and she was there. She was already in. And I said, if I'm going to do this, I guess it has to be this next troop. So I tried out, and I met her in Faces. To sum up all that story, I met her in Faces, and we clicked instantly. Like,
as you can see, and still till this day,
like 1,000 years later.
Girl, we not. I'm sorry, we not that. We look good, child. We not that old. Of course,
you know we good.
But no, yeah, we met in a modeling troupe, and we were known to be the ones to kind of do what we wanted to do. Still to this day, we still do that. Yes, girl. Don't let her fool you. Yes, she did. I got the nickname, but she did the same stuff. She just wasn't around as much as me. That's all.
Yeah.
But yeah, we it was more than just a modeling troupe. For us. Yeah, like it really, like the people that we ended up being extremely close friends with were all in the troupe. We're all in the troupe together.
Yeah.
Even in any guys, like at the time we had a lot of guy friends, and they were all in the troupe, and like we just had there was a lot of camaraderie. We all loved fashion. We all loved going out, and we just FAMU. If you've never been there to like a homecoming or something like that, like
you got to go to experience it, because you cannot even describe it.
Yeah, like I don't like to use the word a party school, because it's not it's
a good balance.
It's a good balance. You just, like with anything, you got to be disciplined to be able to go to class and do what you need to do.
Right.
But then once you handle your stuff, you're going to turn up at night. Yeah.
I don't care if you leave the club at 4 a.m. and you got class at 7. And had a paper due. And was writing from 4 to 7.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we met at FAMU, and we have been, sisters.
Ever since. Yes.
So here we are doing Brains and Beauty, because we figured that we have the brains.
Oh,
the brains.
The brains.
Seriously.
You know, obviously the beauty. But
and out.
Yes, in and out. In and out, guys. Yeah. What we really want to push with this, with what we want to do with the show, is basically just be another voice to let everyone know, to continue to always, like, with you're hearing so much about people committing suicide and not being happy and being depressed and having anxiety and having all these things that I just don't understand how they're so prevalent now. Well, I do, but to an extent I don't get it. And I feel like there needs to be more voices and more people out here pushing people to, one, love themselves.
Yeah, everything about yourself.
Everything, the flaws as well.
Everything, and not being afraid to be who you are. And that's one thing we both stand for, and everybody who knows us knows that. They know that we are true, authentic to ourselves, and we don't care what nobody thinks. We are who we are, and we try to be the best versions of ourselves all the time, and also grow as much as we can when we can and when we do.
Amen. Right, that was good. That was well said. But yeah, like we just want everyone to learn to love themselves, and we know in a world where social media and all these different platforms are so, every day we're pushed to look or be or sound or do what everyone else is doing. And again, it's fine to be motivated or have people who motivate or even inspire you to be better than yourself, but to try to change who you are. And I think that's a lot of society's problem, is that we're too busy chasing other people and what they're doing instead of following your own heart, knowing what the Lord has for you and what you want for you, and going after that and setting yourself apart. There's nothing wrong with looking different. There's nothing wrong with being different.
There's nothing wrong with talking different.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it at all.
It's just about being yourself, like she said, being yourself, being okay within your skin, everything that comes with it. And like she said, just being okay with it and loving you. And that's what life is about. Because if you don't end up loving yourself, you're going to get lost. You're going to be trying to find I guess you got to try to find who you are in this life anyway. That's the life's ups and downs. You have to find who you are not.
Yes.
Right. But if you really don't have no type of foundation, you're going to be all over the place. And as a personality, like you ain't gonna know who you want to be.
Yeah.
And I think we have a little bit of grasp on that of who we are, who we aim to be. And all of that. Now, we are not nowhere near perfect. Like, we're always growing. Like, I know me, I'm always growing. I'm always searching for myself, always trying to get a better Angie, like I'm trying to be a better me. But my foundation is I know who I am.
Amen. You got to know who you are first, period.
So we want to promote that. We want to promote that it's okay to be you. Find who that is, stick with it, love it, and display it.
Every day.
So
with that being said, like, that was, pretty much the reason why we wanted to start this. Yeah. We wanted to be able to talk about anything, any issues that people go through day to day, whether it's things, obviously, things around the world affect us. So obviously we will talk about those things as well, but more so in a positive light. We want to make people see maybe a different little view and not always be so aggressive or so attacking people the moment they do something wrong. Like, why don't we learn to be a little more uplifting and understanding and, more positive and really helping other people see themselves in a different light, in a better light.
Yeah.
And,
give you different perspectives.
Yeah.
How to think about stuff in a different way. Because you're going to get told all over the place how to think this one way, how you should view this one topic. But if you could get a different perspective from us, at least, I mean, that's a start. I mean, I think our perspectives are always kind of different.
Yeah.
We may agree with whatever going on, but we always end up spinning it and saying, oh, what about this way? Or look at the light in this. Or even though it's super crazy dark, or even though that person is crazy, real crazy. And but it got it's just about perspectives. Like, we want to bring our perspectives to you guys and start conversations on all type of stuff, like love, relationships, what else we doing? Fashion, beauty.
Yeah, we're gonna do some of everything. So we'll have fashion hauls. We'll show people how to dress on a budget.
Yeah,
where you don't have to go and get designer. I'm sorry, you just don't. You don't have to do that to look good. You just don't.
Because all my people know I am very cheap. Ain't the word.
I know cheap's not the word. Look, we're not gonna say cheap. She's not cheap. No, we're not gonna say she's cheap. She's frugal. There is a difference.
But you gotta really know me to know that. Like, I'm talking about my real friends, family. Yeah. Like, they know I am Mrs. Frugal. So you're gonna get some of that. Mrs. Frugal. MRS. Yes. I'm married to the frugal, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. Like, again, we are here to display we are okay in our skin. I'm okay with my skin. I am okay how I am. So back to you, girl. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
So
good.
fashion hauls, what you said? Oh, makeup.
Yes, we're gonna do fashion hauls. We're gonna do, we'll do different challenges, some makeup challenges, or reviews on makeup that's new or coming out, or whatever. Anything that y'all want us to talk about and go over, we will.
Culture, we got to talk about some things that's going on within everyday life. You know what has happened this week.
We're not gonna touch that. We're not gonna touch that.
What has happened during the week? We're gonna touch on it sometimes. We're gonna have different topics outside of what has happened off of social media or what has happened outside of entertainment. It's gonna be so full, and we don't know. This is the first thing, this is our first little vibe of us doing it. So we're gonna get it as we go.
Yeah.
But that's the goal, that's the plan, that's what we're gonna aim for, and we're gonna make sure you guys are entertained.
Yeah. So anything that just make sure before we end the video tonight that you all make sure in the comment section that you let us know what is it that you want us to go over, talk about, whether you know us or you don't, doesn't matter. Let us know what topics you want us to touch, and we'll make sure that we do. Our videos will not always be Facebook Live. We just wanted to do this because we feel like it was more personal.
Yeah. And
you get to actually ask questions, so we can see them and talk to you. But it will be recorded, so anyone who couldn't see it can still see it.
Yeah.
Because we also have, our Instagram and our YouTube.
YouTube's gonna have extra stuff on it, but we're gonna try to make sure we bring it over here if you guys are strictly on Facebook and not on YouTube. So we're gonna be sharing all over the place.
Yes.
And do some strictly things for Facebook has Facebook Live, so you guys get to talk to us live, in person, in the comments, almost like a text message right now. So that's the difference between IG and YouTube that Facebook has.
Yes. And so we will be doing some pre-recorded things that will also be put on this page as well. Mm-hmm. But we also wanted to answer some questions, and I know my Miss Bonnie asked Angie. So her question was, give your take on entrepreneurship. Oh Lord.
I have been an entrepreneur right out of FAMU, starting with I don't think people look at I was a Hooters girl for a year and a half, 2 years. Mm-hmm. That is almost really entrepreneurship, because you never know what your check is going to be every week. And since then, my life has been like that. Okay. And I don't really share as much of my entrepreneur. That was a good question, because I really don't share as much, even on my personal YouTube page. I don't really share as much about that. But what I can say about entrepreneurship, you have to love ups and downs. You have to be okay with that, because they're going to come. And when they come, they come. And when they're high, they're great. So you have to be okay with that. You have to learn, what is your passion? If you don't have the passion behind entrepreneurship, you are not going to succeed. You're not going to get the long stretch. Oh my God, it's so many layers in entrepreneurship. But my main thing is, you have to be okay with that. You have to learn,
sorry, guys.
What is your passion? If you don't have the passion behind entrepreneurship,
Shayla. Okay, my bad.
But entrepreneurship for me, it has become a lifestyle. It helps me because I'm a believer, because I believe in God and I love Jesus, and everybody knows that if you follow me, and then for those who don't know, now you know. But for me, being a believer with faith, it helps me in my entrepreneurship, because you have to have faith in entrepreneurship. You don't know what's going to happen. You can have goals, you can succeed, you can do everything, but you never know what can happen. So I guess I would have to really do I want to make sure I do a layer. I don't want to just go off the dome, but I would make sure I really think about some layer information to give, because I've been doing this since 2007 and it is 18. So it's 11 years of entrepreneurship. And I mean, you have to have it in you to do it. It's not easy. It is not easy. And I'm telling you that right now. She knows, it's not easy. Sometimes I am pulling my hair out. But let me tell you something. When you have a goal in mind for yourself, when it comes to your life, how you want to live your life, Not even if you don't have the money. I'm talking about how you live your life when you wake up, the things that you want to do, the things you want to focus your mind on each day. Like if you have other things to do that you're not passionate about, it's going to strip you from that. Mm-hmm. You're going to be stuck in a box, in a rut, in a tut, in somebody, I don't know, underneath the rug somewhere, and you can't even think right. So even though entrepreneur has the negative sides of monetary situations, the positives is that you get to decide how you live your life in all aspects, mentally, physically, like everything. So for me, it has been a journey. I'm always thinking about new things to do. That has opened up my mind to do so much. You may see other entrepreneurs who start something, they always doing other things because that's the lifestyle. Like you're always trying to reinvent. You're always trying to get better. You're always trying to it's just always going. So my advice is to find what you're passionate about. Go as hard as you can. Don't be surprised if you have a valley, because life is valleys as well. Mm-hmm. Despite, even if you have a 9 to 5, you still have life valleys, right? Mm-hmm. Entrepreneurship is an up and down thing. But so at the same time, if you have faith in like real life, you're going to be okay. So that's my advice. And I want to get deeper with that. I hate to have I don't want to take all the time up for that, but I'll make sure I do a different video for that and make sure I really dive into different layers of it, because 11 years, girl, it's been a long 11 years. You hear me? But I am blessed. Years. I cannot say I'm not blessed. I am so blessed to be able to be here 11 years later in entrepreneurship, no matter what else I want to do in life. So just keep your head up during the downs and be grateful for every up. So
Tiffany, agreed. Must have faith. Agree with that so much.
Yeah, faith is the main thing in entrepreneurship. Like if I don't know how it is to not be a believer in entrepreneurship. Like you have to, when the darkness comes, and everybody's going to say it, even the greats say it. When the darkness comes, like how are you going to get through that? Either you're going to give up, you're going to throw in the towel. Okay, well, I'm done. This is not for me. No, it is for you. It's just hard. Like sometimes it is really hard, you guys. Listen, 11 years, it is hard. But what keeps me going, because just like my faith, when life hits me crazy, when family passes away, when things go ham in my life, I'm like, Lord, like, okay, I have faith because I know you're going to get me through this. You're going to get me, it has to be, my faith life pours into my entrepreneurship life. So when things go crazy, my faith life activates it. And it's like, okay, Angela, okay, Miami, whatever the case is, whatever I'm doing entrepreneurship wise in those arenas, it keeps me going as if I'm just doing regular old life. You're going to be all right. You're going to get through this. It's going to be better. It's going to get better. And when you up, okay, how can I execute? How can I not get down? And if I get down, how can I prepare myself mentally to get through? It's all about getting yourself prepared mentally. And of course, financial stability. But if you're not mentally stable, I don't care how much money you got. It ain't going to work.
Yeah.
So for me, it's about getting mentally stable to be able to do this, because it's a journey, just like life is. It's a journey. But it is beautiful. It is beautiful. So I get to do this podcast kind of? No, this show. this recorded video podcast show, because I'm not working right now. So I get to pick and choose what I want to do. In so many levels, but I guess that's my spin. I never really talked about it. Surprisingly, I know I never really talked about it. So, but I'll make sure I dive deeper, because it's a lot of layers to it.
Yeah,
and I don't want to cheat you guys with the information that I've learned over 11 years. So I'll make sure I put something together very good, very good. So good question.
That was a good question.
I hope I answered it kind of okay. Because this is like live. This is not even no editing. I can't even go back and say, okay, I want to cut this. This is so live.
And she said great advice.
Okay.
Hey, neat. Hey, boo. No, this is not going to be every Thursday. For the most part, we're going to try to keep it on Thursdays, but we don't want to give a day, because we rather just let you all know days before what day it will be during that week.
But it's going to be every week.
But it will be every week. We just don't know what day probably Wednesday, Thursday. One of those days, it will always be either Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
But it will be every week.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to piggyback off of what Angie said, like persistence. When you decide that you don't want to work for somebody and you want to do your own thing and you want to create your own path, everything is on you. So the 9 to 5 really becomes the 6 a.m. to whenever you get done.
To 10 p.m.
Like you are just doing that. Your life becomes that. But you're doing all that and you're sacrificing your time and sacrificing those nights that you didn't get to get a good night's rest, because eventually the plan is that you will have the time to be able to do the things that you want to do, because you've created an avenue for yourself. So you're kind of setting up your own money. You know what you're going to make or what you can bring in. Eventually. It won't happen straight off, but in order to be able to do that, exactly.
There's a whole bunch of overnight things that you can do.
Yeah.
Talking about longevity.
Exactly. Persistence, and you have to have faith. Your faith has to be insane. Like you have to have an inspiration out the wazoo. Like it's got to come from you. People looking at you like, girl, how in the world do you think that that's gonna work? And you have to have in your mindset a strength that says, you can say what you won't say, and everybody, has an opinion. I won't go there. Everybody has an opinion, but like you can keep yours. Thank you for your opinion, but I'm gonna keep doing me. You have to have that mindset. And if you notice, most people who have the mindset when they're passionate about something now, sometimes you get into things and you think you're passionate about it, and then you realize that you really weren't.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And that's fine. That's
because
fine.
Those vehicles take you to the vehicle where you need to go.
Exactly.
So you can jump on one thing and be doing something, and you realize, you know what, this isn't for me. Or I have gave so much time into this, like, oh my God, it didn't work. That's okay. Listen to yourself, listen to your spirit, listen to your guide, because that can be something to wake you up. You have learned something from out of that, and now you have moved on.
Exactly.
So
and sometimes you end up going back to it.
Yeah, you do.
You don't, you really don't know. You don't know.
You have to listen. That's why I say faith is important, because your spiritual life is very important as an entrepreneur, because you have to listen to yourself as an entrepreneur. No matter what decision you make, you have to prayerfully make those decisions, man, because one wrong decision can mess up your whole entire whatever you put in, and mainly entrepreneurship is about peace of what you're doing. Like even though I have crazy days, I'm still at peace knowing I'm doing something that I wanted to do. I wanted to do it, right? I'm so like defiant sometimes. I've grown,
She has.
But I used to be so defiant that I didn't want nobody telling me nothing. Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me what to do. And if I had a job, I did it so well, I didn't even want the managers to tell me nothing back in the day. Like before all of this, like when I used to have like jobs, like don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna do it, so you don't have nothing to tell me, like for me to do nothing. So I say it's about peace, discernment, decisions, and overall, discernment is important. Yeah. That's why I say faith, life, and spirituality is like in entrepreneurship are all in the same highway. They all mesh together for me. Yeah, for me.
But I mean, it has to. Whatever you're going after, if you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to be an entrepreneur, you really have to have your passion has to be in, like this is what you want to do, and you're willing to do everything to make sure that it happens. The sleepless nights, the you spent your last, all of those things you have to be willing to do. If you're not willing to do it, then you're not ready for entrepreneurship, honestly, because you'll have your ups and downs. Sometimes you'll have the money and it'll be like, oh, it's coming in. And then all of a sudden it'll just be like, what happened?
You got to manage that thing, So, and again, it's all different aspects of entrepreneurship. Yeah. So for me, I just have different ones. Like I said, I want to make sure I dive into more. I don't want to take up all the time because we get 40 right now. So, but yeah, I think we had some good highlights. Yes. For faith. But you gotta have faith in entrepreneurship. Thing. If you don't have it, you're not. I don't know how whoever else makes it, if they're atheists or something.
Faith and the confidence.
I have no.
Faith and confidence go hand in hand. You have to have the confidence in yourself. Nobody has to make you do anything. And we're gonna go to artists.
or becoming.
Hey, Shireen. Mr. Adderelli, hi. My Lenitra did ask a question, Miss Looney, and her question was about fam and our experiences at HBCU. Now, we put these shirts on because, again, that's where we met each other.
And we love fam, though. We so fam. You shout out to, okay.
I can't. We are.
But this is us, right?
It is what it is. We are very, very.
Shout out to Gillum, okay? Forget all that.
Yes.
Shout out to Andrew Gillum, who is a FAMU winner.
Yes. Y'all make sure y'all vote for him. Seriously, make sure
y'all
go out and vote.
And we're gonna be back on here telling y'all to vote, to remind y'all where to vote, and tell y'all what y'all need to do, how y'all need to do it, who y'all need to call, who y'all need to retweet, who y'all need to IG, Facebook, all of that. Shirts.
This one right here.
I don't play.
She don't play at all.
Listen,
there will probably be a week-long thing full of activities that y'all need
to
like, she loves it.
I love
congratulations to Andrew for this. Yes. And we hope he makes it all the way, and we don't need that other one coming back in here.
We don't need no more Andrew Scotts. Oh, not Andrew Scott. What is his name?
What's his name?
Andrew.
Rick Scott.
Oh my God.
Rick
Andrew
Scott.
Gillum, Andrew. Rick Scott. We don't need no more Rick Scott.
We don't need no more.
That's Florida type stuff. I know some of y'all not in Florida right now, but that's just our Florida vibes, because we don't want any more crazy men running our state, you know? So, but, you know, FAMU is like the life as an HBCU. We had so much fun.
We really did.
And
too much fun. Man.
Why it was such a good experience, because Tallahassee is like this big, right? So everybody around Tallahassee, the stores, the this, the that, they knew it was a college town. So we got our way. We had the freedom to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Unlike University of Miami here, right? So Miami is a big, huge city, and it's mixed in with regular people. You can't really get the college life from there. But Tallahassee, it was our city. Okay? Our police, well, not our police. Let me not say that. I never got in trouble with the police officer.
No, we never got in trouble.
You know what I did? I did.
No, okay, save that for another.
I
don't know what that is.
I did get in trouble.
Heard this story.
But that was back in the day.
She's a different person.
I'm a whole different person. I am a whole, and everybody. I am a whole. I can barely remember the old me. It wasn't like that bad though, but I'm a whole different person. I got arrested for like disorderly conduct or something like that.
Oh God. Okay. Well,
but they let me go. But anyway, back to, because FAMU is very small, and we just had a great time, and we ruled the school.
I wouldn't say ruled the school. I don't think that we realize, you know, when, I don't know how to say it. Okay, so I always thought it was very weird that everyone knew our name. I didn't know them. I would walk, it didn't matter where I went, we would go places and they would know us by name. And I always thought that was extremely strange and weird. And I would get comments or have people come up to me later, even after I graduated, and say, you know, you and Angie really helped us discover who we were, or helped us break out of the shell.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Break out of our shell and really have confidence in who we were. And I think that was another reason why we were in the modeling troupe so long. Well, that's why I was. I actually enjoyed like teaching people and watching people who came to college and were like, I don't want to say afraid, but kind of in a shell, because I felt like that's how I was, honestly. Like, I went to, white schools the entire time I went to school. Literally, the other school that I went to that was Black was in middle school, and it was honestly a culture shock for me, because I was hearing things and hearing people say stuff, and I'm like, what did he just like? I literally felt like I was on another planet. So, and then when I went to high school, I went back to a white school. So then it became weird for me there, because now I've gotten used to hanging around a different group of people who talk different, who act different, who dress different, all of these things. And I wasn't used to it. I wasn't used to it anymore. So I chose to go back when I decided to pick a college, to go to a school where I was more so understood, more so my people that looked like me and were like me, and because I really wasn't around that. Like I really wasn't. And you know, I still have friends to this day who I know from high school and stuff that I love to death, and we are super close. And you know, they're not Black, but those are my girls, those are my sisters, and I don't change anything from that. But I wanted that experience. I wanted the experience of being around people who look like me. Yeah. And always hearing my mother, you know, up or talk about how proud she was to be, you know, a Black woman. Now obviously, my mom is like lighter than Angela. Like my mom is, I look like her, but she was lighter than Angela. But you know, she was always just so proud, and always really always talked about her childhood and the kind of people that she was around. And so I wanted that experience, and I'm so happy that I decided to go to FAM, because I got that experience and then some. You know, yes, I was around a lot of people who looked like me, but I was around a lot of people that weren't as well, because FSU was right next door.
Yeah,
so,
down the street.
Yeah, so we really like we there was like a melting pot of different cultures and different people and from different all over the world that were coming from California, Chicago, New York,
everywhere, like, DC, like all of these places. And they sound so weird to me because look, I'm from Miami, right? We never crossed the border of Broward to different people. So my whole life up till I was 18, I thought everybody talked like me. I thought everybody, well, I knew better that everybody probably didn't, because we always, you know, we still think we are like the best people on earth, first of all.
Yes, they do.
But no, when I went to FAMU, it was a shock to me because I heard different people talk, Black people talk different, like, and not different in the way of how I'm used to hearing it.
Because in Miami, they have a special language. They do. I ain't gonna lie. Like it ain't no shade to nobody from Miami. That's just the truth. They have a special, like, if you are anybody who is not from Dade County, people know you are not from Dade the moment you say anything. Matter of fact, you don't even have to say anything. It's how you walk. It's how you dress. It's how you talk. It's how it's everything. It's the words they put. I'd be like, what? Is that a word? Like, let me go.
Yeah, we're the best people.
Yeah, they different. They different.
We're very different, and we're the only people that, you know, last of a dying breed. You know, like gosh. But anyway, you know, we're not here to big up Miami all day. But what I can say, I got a culture shock. But I was so happy I attended FAMU. FAMU was like the fifth choice on my applications. I wanted to go to FSU. I wanted to go to Georgia. I wanted to go like all these places. And I ended up going to FAMU, and I'm happy I went. Like she said, it was just a melting pot of so many people that now today I still talk to from FAMU, and it was just good. It was small, it was intimate, and it wasn't as big. And again, everybody knew everybody. Well, whatever. Everybody knew of each other, you know, because it was so small. So I had a good time. If I could go back, I would sit there and just be a fly on the wall and just watch everything all over. And not change one thing. Would you change anything?
I'd probably change some things. I ain't gonna lie.
I would change that one.
There's certain things. There's a couple little things I would have changed.
What one thing you would change, Shay?
I would have changed certain things. You know, you when you go to college, everyone, if you've been to college, you know, you become a man or a woman in school. You do. Yeah. You learn more about yourself, because whether you were sheltered as a child, like I was sheltered. My parents ain't play that. Like you're not, boys ain't calling your house. Boys aren't, you know, you're not out late night. When the street lights come on, you better be in the house. That's how I grew up. So, and I was a very good child. Like I did what I was supposed to do because I did not like getting in trouble. To this day, I don't like my mom being mad at me or my dad being mad at me. That's me. I don't like anybody being mad at me. Honestly, I'll sit there and debate you all day. Like, tell me what's wrong so I can figure out so we can be cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I've always been. So for me, going into school, there was so many things like, oh my God, I'm free. Oh my God, my mom ain't calling me. She's not calling me to see if I'm in the room. Oh, hold on. We going where tonight? Well, hold on. Okay, wait. Let me go. Like, no, I couldn't wear certain things. I couldn't wear heels. I couldn't wear makeup. God. I couldn't do none of that. So you're talking about, I learned all of these things. I learned how to braid my own hair from this one right here. Like, I learned everything in school. So you're going through all these experiences, and this is where you truly get to learn about yourself. You're gonna make mistakes. I made so many mistakes, and it's not even funny. Like,
but you would change all your mistakes.
I would no, yeah. Some of them,
I
I went
changed
all of
nothing.
them, but some of them I would most certainly check because it was not worth the crap that came from it. Like none of it. But yes, your mistakes are what make you human, and shape you to who you end up being. So no, I'm not gonna change. I wouldn't change everything, but there are most certainly some things, honey, that
you know what I would change. I would change my memory because I can't remember a lot of things. Right? I know I had a great time at FAMU.
Girl.
And even though I was from Miami, even though I was outspoken, I've always been outspoken. I've always been, but I was kind of sheltered too. Like there are only a few, you know, my friends like Kim and Victoria, they know I was kind of sheltered as well. But
Katrina, you remember those sheltered days? Yes, girl.
But
yes.
my mom allowed me to work, get my own money, buy my own stuff, buy my own clothes, buy my own everything. So I was always that type of person in high school. And it kind of just went through when I got to FAMU, and it just continued and it just flourished even more. Oh my God. I had a great time. I won't change anything. I don't care.
Look, when y'all see some of these throwback Thursdays that we're going to be posting, you'll see how we had maybe a little too much fun.
I had a good time. I had a great time. I had an amazing time. I don't know about nobody else. I just wish I could remember every detail. I just know my younger self, she did that.
She did.
She did.
She did. That's a good
hashtag. She wasn't like what you probably think. I'm talking about she had a great time. She did exactly what she wanted. She worked. Oh my God, she traveled. Mm-hmm. She worked at the hair store, you know. She did something like she really did. And you know what? I did some of everything back then, and it rolls over to my life now. So, and I did some of everything in high school too, and it rolled over in college, and it rolled over into my life. So, anyway, culture shock. That was our HBCU experience. In a small
and for anyone who has kids, because we don't have kids.
Yeah, we don't have kids.
We don't have kids yet. There you go. We don't have kids Keyword. Yet. We don't have kids yet. But we're gonna have kids. But for whoever has kids or whoever has anybody that they know whose children are soon going to college or whatever, like, you know, definitely push them to go. You really. And even if they could, if you can afford, or if anyone you know can afford to send their kids to college, make sure that they send them. That, you know, I understand that for a lot of times you know it's your baby and you don't want them to go and all that kind of stuff, or you think it's safer that they stay closer. But honestly,
let them go and grow.
They need to grow.
I am Mrs. Go and grow. You know, like go. My mama didn't push me. Like I wanted to go. Like I wanted to get away. Like I did not want to go to UM. You know, like UM is like the school. You know, but I did not want to stay home. I wanted to go. I wanted to experience life, and I'm so happy I did that. Like she said, push your kids to go. Like it's nothing wrong with that. Don't try to keep them in just because you want to see them all day, all night. Let them go and grow and live their life. Yes, it's the best thing.
But we thank everybody for joining.
Yeah, we thank y'all for joining. We got like 6 minutes. We're gonna pull it up, but we want to thank y'all for joining.
Yes, thank you.
We all over the place, but we're gonna get it together. And y'all gonna have to see this little progression. And it's just gonna be fun, and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have some good topics.
Yes, we're gonna have.
So let's do a topic. We got 6 minutes. Let's do a topic. What happened this week? What do you want to give your experiences on? I mean, your perspectives on. Let's shout out first Serena Williams and how lovely she did.
That's a topic. We could finish it off with that. We could finish it off with Serena.
And how I'm mad how they treated her versus how they treat the men. I'm so over that.
Straight up bullcrap.
I'm so over that. And it's like, I don't know if y'all remember seeing Love and Basketball. In Love and Basketball, when she used to get in trouble when she used to like get mad with everything, and they be like, well, why I can't be the guys do this and they don't get no text, but why, you know? And I felt like God, Serena Williams, like Sanaa Lathan had just went through that in Love and Basketball. Like they should have learned by then. No, for real. I was so mad because I'm like, you know how old Love and Basketball is? They still on that.
Oh my God. Look.
I'm just mad they treated her like that.
They banned her from wearing it out for a fully covered
outfit. That protected her blood clots from moving around and killing her while she out there trying to throw a stupid ball.
Like they blocked her from wearing an outfit. Now, come on now. Like that alone to me speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Her behind wasn't hanging out. Her cheeks wasn't hanging out. Boobs went flying all over the place. Like, she had on a foot. But because she is
black.
Built.
And black. Okay? Black
And built.
Yeah.
Forward tough. Okay? Because she is built like that.
Yeah.
Now we banning outfits now. That's what we doing. We banning outfits. And then literally her next game, you know, she can't, I can't even put in the words. I was so angry. It didn't make no sense. And then on top of it, the other young lady, I'm not gonna mess up her name. I'm not gonna mess up her name. She's like Haitian and something. But they even showed you on IG. That's what I love about IG. Those facts that you didn't really know. Now when you go on Google and you're looking up people or a name and they go on their bio. Before she did this match with Serena, they gave her descent. And it didn't say, it said everything with her Haitian, Japanese, or whatever.
Japanese.
I think she was Japanese and Haitian. I think she's Japanese and Haitian or something. After she won that match, they took the Haitian part out
and kept
kept that she was just like completely made it seem like, oh, let's just X that part of her culture all the way out. This is the world that we live in. And unfortunately, if we don't have tough skin, if we don't have a tough skin, and we're not we're gonna break and deteriorate, and that's what they want us to do, to eliminate butts. I'm glad that she
who won Miss America though? Who won Miss America though?
Okay.
They could try all day because they're gonna stay.
Look,
bars.
Look,
who won Miss America?
We are beautiful.
You know, they're really trying to break us, y'all. We just have to really have strong mindsets of who we are, who we not, what we not,
and keep
stand.
going for it. Keep
strength.
Doing what we're doing. Keep pushing.
Yeah, keep pushing. Being
they're gonna hate.
Best,
they're gonna continue to hate. That's all they've done.
Amazing magic selves. So
hopefully she won't have to go through that again. I ain't counting on it, but she probably will. But they're gonna keep trying it. But
when they do that, I think they try to get her so that when it's time for her to go play, like it's like they want her to mentally like
break down.
God, they messing up my whole outfit. I got to get something. I'm worried about my blood clots running in, killing me while I'm sitting here hitting this ball. Like they wanted her to be mentally off, but she had succeeded, even though she didn't win that other game with the young lady. We got to get her name because I don't know her name.
I don't want to mispronounce it, so I'm not even.
I know it's kind of longish.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to say it. But
shout out to her.
But shout out to her though for
doing her thing.
Still doing her thing that evening. But again, it has reached a good hour.
I know, and we started late.
So yeah, we really 40 minutes. We've been on here 40 minutes. And that'll probably be about the time that we do every week, guys. So. We again would like to thank y'all for joining us, little old us, and we hope that you can join us every week. Again, any topics or anything you'd like us to talk about, please on the page. Make sure that you
find us on IG.
Yes,
Brains and Beauty ×2.
Tell
them why we put the times 2.
Yes, ×2 because
or X2.
X2. It means ×2, guys. I know I don't want y'all to think it means it means ×2. Brains and Beauty ×2. Okay, that's all it is. So make sure brains in the letter N, not and. Yeah, not and. Brains.
And is so like and.
It so isn't us. We're so extra, and we just don't do stuff like everybody else would do it. So we decided to put it in. So it's Braids in Beauty times or 2. The X2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's on YouTube and Instagram, and as well on our page.
Yeah.
So make sure that
Twitter too, but we're gonna get over there eventually after we figure out how to do the Twitter.
Yeah, because
we don't want to just keep transfer everything over there, but
yeah. So make sure you guys go in the comments right now and write any topics you want to talk about.
Say something. We want to hear. We want to know. We're gonna read. We're gonna reply. We're gonna bring it up for the next video. And today we just wanted to introduce ourselves, let y'all know how we met, and just the basics
and all that basic stuff. So
and then from moving on, we're gonna get into it.
So y'all look out for our next promo for our next post next week. Yeah, it probably will be a Facebook Live, but we're not sure yet. But we will let you know days ahead to let you know what day it will be and what the topic will be. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. We love y'all. And until next time. See y'all later.
Bye.